Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Just Born Movies, where we take films straight out of the Hollywood womb and review them for you. My name is David Wray, your host, and joining me today is Anna. And Anna, what did we see?
Ocean's 8.
Why do you need to do this?
Because it's what I'm good at.
How long would it take you to make 7 pieces of jewelry?
5 or 6 hours.
How long if I told you you didn't have to live with your mother anymore?
इसलिए तुम्हारे पास कोई पति नहीं है. Less.
In 3.5 weeks, the Met will be hosting its annual ball. And we are going to rob it. Not the ball itself.
On the neck of Daphne Kluger.
Valued at over $100
million.
$150 million, actually.
So, Anna, before you went into this movie, what were you thinking? What were you expecting?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I was expecting
Theater voice.
some badassery is what I was expecting. Some good old thieving.
Okay.
As the whole oceans. Oh, and isn't it true that the number in the Oceans movies is because of how many thieves there are?
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah, there's 11 in the first one, then they add his wife in the 12th one, and then they add the guy that they robbed in the first one and the 13th one.
Is that the correct number, though? His wife is no longer in the third one.
They add somebody else then, probably. So, no doubt we will next up, and they added a female lead in 12, so I'm expecting a male lead when Ocean's 9 comes out.
Actually, I was really happy that Ocean's 8 was a female lead.
Yeah, no, I like the fact that it was an all-female cast. That was one of the reasons why I was interested in seeing it. I will not get into the spoiler of my biggest problem with the film, because it's not really a spoiler, but it's not something that they make known until you see the film. But yeah, going into it, I was expecting pretty much the same thing. A heist film along the same lines of Ocean's 11, 12, and 13, and that's pretty much what we got. So, coming out of it, did you get what you were expecting, or did it fall flat on its face?
It did, and it didn't.
Okay.
Like the other Oceans movies, there's that build-up, and then the heist seems to last a little longer and a little more hold your breath. And in this one, the build-up was fantastic, and I held my breath just a little bit during the middle of the heist, but it was like that. It was we were doing it, and they did it, and then it was done. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't feel that it had the same tension level that we got in 11. Like, there was no, well, how are they pulling this off? Like, everything was explained ahead of time. Like, I think with the original trilogy, they did a much better job of showing you them working on it, but not giving
it away. Yeah, I think I would much rather have liked to have seen the explanation of how they pulled it off at the end after they had pulled it off.
Yeah, kind of like with Ocean's 11, where they're walking out with the millions of dollars, and then we get a cut back to
how they did that.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
Roll back. We get that whole roll back the tape. Does it say Bellagio on the floor? I had it installed on Tuesday. That was one of those things. Like, that whole setup thing wasn't for them to practice. It was for them to film it and then hack the system. So, yeah, I think that it fell down a little bit there. What do we think of the acting, though, the cast?
I thought the acting was rather pleasant. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I didn't like a specific person at the very beginning because I thought that it was forced. But, aside from that, the rest of the acting was really, really good.
Yeah, I thought we got a very good dynamic cast something that they did well in Ocean's 11, too. Everybody kind of had their own motivations, their own quirks and stuff. And we have one person who's pretty much a stay-at-home mom at this point, getting drugged back into it. We have somebody who's just like her brother, Danny Ocean, Sandra Bullock's character. Debbie Ocean is just getting out of jail. We've got all of these little things going on that kind of sets it up. I mean, even Cate Blanchett, who's playing the right hand of Sandra Bullock's character, is almost a mirror image of Rusty, in the fact that they're both in the club scene type of thing. They're just running different cons. So yeah, it was nice on that side. I don't think it was anything special as far as shooting, like camera work or anything like that. I didn't feel the music was as good.
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention to the music at all. I was just so into the movie itself and having all of these amazing women in this movie that I really could care about background noise.
And I have to say, Anne Hathaway, her character was really well done. Like the presumptuous, arrogant celebrity,
the snob was amazing.
Yeah, it was like let me read the tabloids about how they perceive every single one of us, and that's how I'm going to act.
I mean, it's almost kind of like she has gold plate money toilet paper, and you're just kind of like, okay, I can accept this from you.
Yeah, it worked.
It did. It works really well.
Yeah, though I think overall it was a solid film. I don't think it was amazing by any standards. It's not gonna.
I think that it was amazing based off of the cast.
Yes, the acting again sold it.
Yes, a little less just because of how quickly it ended.
Yeah, at an hour and 50 minutes, it doesn't feel like that long, but it is very quick pace. There's no. I don't feel like they had enough struggles and issues that.
The other movies when they were.
Yeah, and of course, it's being a continuation of that series. It's gonna get compared. I'm gonna mentally compare them to it, whether I want to or not. I mean, Ocean's 11 is one of those movies that I put on when I don't want to know what else I want to watch. That's where it is for me. It's just it's that movie where I enjoy the cast, I enjoy the movie.
Are we gonna talk about favorite scenes? Did you have a favorite scene?
I did have a favorite scene, but it's spoilery. Also because it was my favorite scene, but it was also how it ended was my least favorite scene. And it's the last scene of the movie. Mm-hmm. I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time.
Mine was more towards the beginning. But I guess I won't say anything.
Yeah, we're going to try to avoid spoilers.
But you have to go see the movie. It was an excellent movie.
Yeah, it's an hour and 50-minute fun movie, fun romp. I definitely feel that the cast was strong enough that I do see them making an Ocean's 9.
Yeah. And, I mean, it was hilarious.
Yeah, they did a good job with the humor in it. This one took a more humorous tone than
But I like the way how they were able to blend the humor and seriousness together, because with that type of chemistry between the cast, it was like smooth as butter. I liked it.
Yeah, it
made it really well.
Yeah, there were a few scenes where it didn't work, but it was more with like those tertiary characters, those characters that are there for there's characters that are like there for a scene or two. They don't play a part in the plot or anything like that. And then even the secondary characters, like the people who they rob and stuff, or we visit them, they felt like real people.
Yeah.
Which was nice. There is a scene that involves, since it is set up at Met Gala, of course, they're serving. So
you said Met Gala.
That's right, Met Gala.
Gala.
This is the Met Gala after.
Gala, the Met Gala.
The gala. Yeah.
But there's that scene where the person who is the event coordinator basically has to yell at two servers for not doing their jobs, and I'm like, yep, been there before. So that was kind of one of those things, like, they captured that essence very well.
Yeah, I think they did a really great job with having those women seem just a little bit more relatable.
Yes. Yeah, like they were all, common isn't the right word, but relatable without using the same word. Yeah, relatable is pretty much the only way I can think of it. You didn't feel like these people were above me or they're beneath me.
You didn't really feel like they were fictional characters. They felt like real people running a real job that also happened to have real lives.
Yeah.
And I liked that about their characters.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely get the feel that a lot of them have real lives. What was her name? Mindy Kaling. She definitely has that. Her goal for doing this job is to not live with her mother anymore. I mean... So they definitely have relatable aspects to them. So after it's all said and done, though, according to our scale, what'd you think?
Amazing for me. For me, as a woman, it was amazing.
Okay, so
damn near perfect.
Damn near perfect. Wow. Okay, well, it's high praise.
It was an excellent movie.
Okay, well, I have to go damn average.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's just the cinematography, the music choice. Don't get me wrong. The gala dresses were absolutely gorgeous. The costuming side of it was really well done. The actresses really shined.
I really liked how they had other actual celebrities just walking through the Met Gala. I thought that was really cool instead of having just background people.
Yeah.
So to have those actual
they try to add
celebrities as extras.
Some verisimilitude to it, yeah. But yeah, I almost felt like that scene went a little too long, though.
Mm.
So, again, that's one of those things that I take back from it. But I do think that overall the cast, all of these women did an amazing job.
Yes.
They definitely held on to... The passing of the torch was not fumbled.
No.
They did a great job with it, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with it next time. So there you have it. We have a damn near perfect from Anna, who I'd like to thank for joining me today.
You're welcome.
And you have a damn average from me. And until next time, carry on, my wayward sons.